Hey everyone, and welcome back to Keeping Up with Tide. I'm Mikia Lawrence, and I am so excited to have y'all join me for today's adventure through Meridian Township. I'm learning more every day and can't wait to share my discoveries with you. For today's episode, we are at the Meridian Historical Village, operated by the Friends of Historic Meridian. Founded in 1974 and located in Central Park in Meridian Township, the Meridian Historical Village works to sustain local history within the township. Today, I have the pleasure of meeting with Assistant Director Patrick Reynolds to discuss more about the history behind the village, their 50th anniversary, and so much more. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. So before we get started with the interview questions about the village, I just wanted to ask you what roles and tasks do you take on in your position?
So I'm the assistant director, and it's quite a big grab bag. There's actually only two staff members here, and we're both part-time. A lot of everything from the tours to scheduling and rentals. I do the wedding rentals and other event rentals, and work pretty much every event all year. I do the field trips as well. So yeah, quite a lot of tasks. But small museums, you tend to wear a lot of hats.
Absolutely. So can you tell us some background of the Meridian Historical Village?
Absolutely, yeah. So the Meridian Historical Village is run by the Friends of Historic Meridian, which is a nonprofit, 501c3. We were founded 1974, and that's in line with the bicentennial. So a lot of these small local history nonprofits, and ours is no exception, we were founded due to the interest in the 1970s from the bicentennial of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. During that time, we were able to get, our founding members were able to get a grant, $7,000 from that commission, state commission, and that was when we began moving the buildings here, saving historic buildings from mostly Okemos, but Meridian Township in general.
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned moving buildings here. Can you tell us a little bit about some of those buildings?
Yes, so we're standing in front of the general store here. It's now been renamed the William Kimball General Store after one of our volunteers who passed away, who donated quite a lot of objects for this specific building. This is our only brick building, and this was actually, when it was moved originally, I've been told, the gigantic truck that this whole building was on got a flat tire with the truck still having the building on it, and they had to pump up not just the car but the entire building, and it took quite a while to change that tire. But yes, all these buildings are moved from different places. Probably the easiest was the cabin up on the hill over there, which sort of like Lincoln logs. The log cabin comes apart and you just move it a log at a time and you stack them back up. So that was moved from behind Hazlitt High School, which isn't as far as the trip.
Awesome. So you mentioned when you were talking about your position, different events and things that you run. So what are some events to look forward to in the future here at the village?
Well, this year for our 50th, we're actually doing a lot more events than we normally do. We've got our speaker series on the first of every month, and that's been going really well, usually at 10 a.m., but check the website because some of them aren't at 10 a.m., but definitely first Wednesday of every month. We're going to have a big May 5th event, May 5th from 3 p.m. till 6 p.m., Founders Day and birthday celebration, because that's when we were officially incorporated. A whole bunch of other events. Sometime in August, we're going to have beer in the barn. We haven't had a sort of adult-oriented thing with drinks there in quite some time, and I'm hoping to, if that goes well, get another second liquor license and doing a speakeasy event later in the year, just to celebrate the 1920s, as it's the 2020s now. Hopefully have a tour of all of our 8 historic buildings, and then in that event people will have to figure out which one's the speakeasy. Just a lot more tours as well. We do have tours open to the public starting next month. Saturdays 10 to 2 are our preferred date. The groups can sign up and check out this lovely collection of 8 historic buildings that really paint a great picture of this township's past.
Absolutely. So why do you think teaching local history is important for this community?
I think local history is really important because that's the history that really informs what's going on around us now. That's the history of the place where we live, and that's really important to people's lives. There's all sorts of wild, adventurous tales of places far away and time periods far away, but this is really close to home, and I think that's really important.
Absolutely. So kind of going off of that, is there a specific fun fact that you'd like to share about the history that you can think of?
One thing that I always found fascinating that I really wish when I was a student in elementary school here that somebody had told me, Hazlitt, where I'm from, is actually founded by spiritualists, which I think is just the coolest thing. So one of our lecture series is actually going to be me talking about the history of spiritualism. I think that'll be October. But yeah, the James and Sarah Hazlitt, the spiritualist camp, it was a summer camp where people would come and learn to be mediums around Lake Lansing. And that was in the 1880s, so a little bit past the prime of popularity of spiritualism, but the Hazlitts were just diehards. So I think that's quite a neat little bit of local history, is the Hazlitt spiritualists.
Absolutely. So you seem to really enjoy like learning history and stuff. So what is your favorite part of this job?
My favorite part of this job, the field trips are quite fun, but I really enjoy the family tours and the small adult group tours because I can get really specific into people's interests with that. People have a wide variety of interests, and I love being able to either answer the types of questions they have, or if I can't, then I learn what types of questions I need to research next. So yeah, the adult tours and the family tours are probably my favorite part.
Absolutely. And then, so on the topic of tours, and you mentioned this very briefly earlier, how you said they start next month. How do people go about scheduling the tours?
You can sign up on our website, meridianhistoricalvillage.org. We just have a form to fill out for up to 10 people. And you can also email me, Patrick, at meridianhistoricalvillage@gmail.com if you want one outside our normal hours. Usually happy to schedule those as well.
Absolutely. And then, so my last question is, what do you hope the community gains from visiting the village?
Well, I hope they fall in line with our mission statement, which is we're here to create and sustain an active appreciation for local history. So I really hope that people feel like this is their village, because that's our intention. I hope that people come in here and can use these spaces to learn whatever kind of history they want. Our archives recently got organized by a phenomenal intern, Rebecca Yeoman Stevenson. So our archives are usable. If people want to look things up about local history, we've got that. I'm hoping to digitize that more too. That's another future project. But yeah, I hope people come in and know that these buildings are available. This park is open to everybody. And yeah, that they can really use the space to connect with their history.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to do this for me. And I've gotten to learn so much, and I can't wait to learn more.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much for following along with this episode of Keeping Up with Kai. Make sure to check out HOMTV and the Meridian Historical Village website for more information and other updates. I can't wait to explore another hidden gem of Meridian Township. Until next time, I'm Mikia Lawrence.